Okay. Okay, I need to get in the zone. All right, we ready?
You got this now? Yes.
Go. I'm really nervous. Okay. So presentation is called Change Your Habits, Consequently Change Your Life. Anyone who's read like Power of Habit, anything with Meadows or any of those authors who write about habits, I'm super into that kind of stuff. And I'll get into why in a second. But this is what I chose to talk about. Okay, so this is the background. So kind of how my experience influenced my interests and desire to understand habits and how they form in children and adults. So here's me, with all my kitties from last year. So as most of you know, I spent the past 2 years in Baltimore, and part of my grad school program was doing a ton of research, and my thesis was on habit formation in early childhood. And so it's really fascinating in how like brains develop in kids and how they form habits that kind of influence and direct the course of the rest of their lives. And so I was wondering when I was kind of preparing for this presentation how much that relates to adults, because obviously our brains are already formed, and kind of understanding the similarities and differences in between like your brain in third grade and your brain now, which isn't that different, surprisingly. But it is a lot harder to form, break, and keep habits as an adult. And so just to start from my background, as you can see, I had a lot of third grade children. Pretty much the average of these kids read on kindergarten level, and I was assigned the long-term goal of by June having them on fourth grade reading level, so they were prepared for the next grade. As you might know, if you have any knowledge of like learning how to read, it's almost impossible to have someone go 5 years in reading in 6 months. So I had to really figure out what routines I was going to have these kids change in order to reach this long-term goal. So I had to really break it down and understand what they could do every single day at home and in school to change their mindset and increase their motivation to reach these goals. And so here's what I was getting at work and in grad school. High expectations, test scores, big goals, statistics, they need to be college and career ready. This is all in your locus of control. Doesn't matter what's happening at home, what happens at school, you can reach these goals, data. And so I kind of had to, basically take a step back and be like a data scientist in these children's lives and figure out what habits they were doing every single day, why they were missing school, why they were avoiding reading, why they were bullying, choosing to play outside instead of reading at home. Was it because their parents were illiterate? Like, really look at like every single routine that went on through every single day of their lives, so that I could make very small changes in each individual child's routine in order for them to reach this long-term goal in June. And so what all of this brought me to is like, wait a second, why aren't I doing this in my whole life? Like, I have all these goals, I want to do all these things with my life. I want to be happier, healthier, more successful, make more money, all of those things. And I make these really big goals, and then I like do things for a week, and then like don't. So most of you probably have similar experiences where you get really excited about something and try and keep a routine on a remote year. It's kind of similar in that like so much is changing around you that to keep one strict routine to reach a long-term goal is extremely difficult. So here's a quote: "You will never change your life until you change something you do daily. The secret of your success is found in your daily routine." And so I kind of had to really take a step back and be like, all I'm doing is working. I'm not working out. I'm not meditating. I'm not going to yoga. I'm not spending enough time with family and friends. I'm just kind of spending all my time at work. And that's not a healthy lifestyle. That's not going to help me reach these goals. I'm kind of like doing it one day a month, spend a lot of time on something. And so really kind of taking a step back and seeing how these little changes I can make every single day are going to lead to that long-term goal. So here are some things that have worked for me before I get into the activity. Transparent communication. So kind of keep telling everyone around you what you're working on so they can hold you accountable. And I have some really good friends in remote here who are awesome at doing that. Like, you said you were going to have this done by Tuesday, like, let me see it. Or like, we're working on so one of my goals for this year is, which I'll get into, is stop interrupting people in like conversations and come off more professional. And so like I've told a lot of my close friends about that goal, and they'll like seriously call me out, and I don't get offended because they know that's something I'm working on. And so just really being open and transparent and communicating with people like, hey, this is something I'm working on. If you catch me, off my goal or off task, like, please let me know, please call me out. Conscious recognition of unconscious choices. So I use interrupting again as an example because it's the one that's familiar to me, is like, understanding and like taking in like this is something I do. I want to figure out why I do it, and when I recognize myself doing it, like I take a moment and a breath and I say, that's a habit I'm working on, like thinking about it. And so like just making conscious decisions to recognize what you're doing unconsciously, because habits take a really long time to break, and so you really need to like understand and know that it's happening when it's happening. And then failing to plan is planning to fail. I have a crazy calendar because I'm working 2 jobs and trying to launch a startup at the moment. And so I have to literally put in green every single day, like either a me moment or like a me time. And if I don't do that, I literally won't take it. And that's something that like my dad maybe did because he was just a little worried about like my sanity. And so like I was like, no, my remote year events, like that's my me time. That's when I'm not working. And he's like, no, like you need to like figure out something that you like read a book, you go to yoga, you go for a walk, like see something new. And so that has been like life-changing for me because I actually get time to like reflect and think and make decisions that I wouldn't have time to do if I was just like spinning a hamster wheel. And then yeah, in addition to like planning to fail, is like if you want to start working out every day and making that a habit is like putting your workout clothes next to your bed, and like just little things where you're planning ahead so that it's not like you have to, it's not an added thing that you do, but just something that like flows into your routine of what you're already doing. It shouldn't be something that's extra work. It should be just like changing something you're already doing to be more beneficial. And we'll get into that. Okay, the research, what the people who get paid to do this say. So obviously there's a lot of people who are like my goals and get paid to just learn and research about this kind of stuff. I'm not doing too much of the sciencey stuff, but just kind of like interesting facts. Habits are easier to make than they are to break, which is kind of probably what you would have guessed, but it's a lot easier to start a habit and extremely, extremely difficult to break a habit. So we're gonna get into breaking habit in a second. It takes average 18 to 254 days to break a habit. So it's like a huge span of what they've found, but the average is 2 months. So like after this activity that we do today, maybe you will have the next 2 months to try and like check in with yourself every day. I have a calendar, like one of my goals for 2017 was tell someone I was grateful for them every day, make that a habit every morning or every night before I go to bed, send a gratitude email. And so I did a calendar. I did it for January and February. I haven't done it anymore, but it worked for 3 months. And I would check off every single day when I did it. And so just like doing different things to hold yourself accountable and try and reach like the goal of making it happen naturally in 2 months. Researchers found that about 45% of the activities people do are performed nearly each day under almost the same circumstances. So half of what you're doing every single day is happening by habit. You're not even thinking about it. It's an unconscious choice. It's just what you do because it's part of your daily routine. So that's just interesting. And you'll never forget a habit. Even if you break it, your brain always remembers it and always cues it to a certain reminder. So just background information. Okay, here's some brain stuff. So your habits might actually be like damaging your brain and affecting the rest of your life or your health and happiness and those kind of things. So just examples of like things that are actually harmful to parts of your brain is like obviously the habit of like being attached to your phone, computer, those kind of things. If you're multitasking all the time, thinking about multiple things at once, information overload, like reading a really long thing at one time, and if you're cruising autopilot, you're not moving nonstop. Helpful, obviously, like downtime, me time, meditating, those kind of things, doing tasks in like a sequence or order, prioritizing, and then being innovative and creative. So there are really great habits that are good for you, and then obviously ones that are harmful for you. Okay, so if you've read The Power of Habit, if you haven't, I have it on audiobook, and I'm so happy to share it because it's one of my favorite books. There are habits called keystone habits, and these are like something very small that you can change in your routine every day that has like a huge positive chain reaction. So an example, physical activity. I don't do this, but after I read this, I decided that I really need to make it a priority with working out because it leads to reduced overeating, smoking, alcohol consumption, and risk taking. So just like the one thing, if you just want that one reward, you would usually change one thing, but you could do these keystone habits and have all these positive effects. Meditation, there's 20 scientifically proven benefits that can carry all different parts of your life just from meditating once a day. I highly recommend talking to Jeff Hudson about meditation because he can give you like an amazing pitch that will change your life. Waking up 15 minutes earlier, I found this really interesting that it can affect your entire day just waking up 15 minutes earlier because you have less stress and hurry, and you kind of just get that moment to like breathe and think and plan and reflect. Saving money, obviously, those benefits are less stress, financial stability and safety, expressing gratitude. I kind of mentioned how I started doing that, and it really, especially being on remote year, helped me to like really secure those connections and relationships that I hadn't felt that I was really working on. And I do some activities sometimes with friends where we just like take a moment and stop and we thank a bunch of, or tell a bunch of we miss them or we're thinking of them. And Dan did that with me once, and Trish, and I do that all the time. We just say, okay, we told anyone thank you today. And it's a really helpful activity. And makes you feel good. Trying new things, discovering new hobbies, meeting people, those kind of things. It says to try something new or different every day. Good Keystone habit. Okay. So here's like the loop that's kind of going to lead into the activity I want to do. So there's 3 stages to habit forming and reforming them. So if you've ever heard the like habit with story with the cookie, basically you're in your office and every day around 2 p.m. you go upstairs and you say hi to your friends on the way and you eat a cookie that's free in the jar in the office, and then you come back down and you like go back to work. And so after like 7 months of doing that, you realize you gained 4 pounds because you've been eating like these cookies every single day, which is ridiculous because you would never gain that much weight, but that's what's in the book. And so the reminder is like, okay, it's 2 p.m., only a few hours left of work, I wanna go, I have a craving. The routine is like eating the actual cookie, that's the action. And then the reward is like, you feel better, you feel relieved, you have like a stress break. So that's like a negative habit, right? Or like you're trying to eat healthier, you see a chocolate bar, action, eat the chocolate bar, now you have this like nice sweet taste in your mouth. A positive habit would be like keeping the same reminder, keeping the same reward, just changing it to a more positive routine. So like the reminder, figuring out like going backwards, why, like keep asking, why do I do this? I do this because this, well, why that? So keep going and asking yourself questions to figure out why that routine is happening. And so for this reason, in the example that they tell in the book, it's basically like, it's more of like the social action. Like he could go upstairs and see his colleagues and talk to people and get like a mental break, but if he doesn't eat the cookie, he still feels the same like satisfaction going back to his desk. And so just like recognizing that and making a positive change. Like you recognize that you're craving something, but you eat an apple and then you feel like the same sweet taste after. So kind of like changing routines, but still finding ways to keep the same reward. Okay. And this all starts from the long-term goal, right? Like you have to have a very specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-based goals. This is like a teacher thing. But you have to have like really, really specific, measurable goals. You can't just say like, oh, I want to be healthier when the time I'm remote year. No, you have to be like, I want to lose 20 pounds by July so that I can fit in this red dress because I have a wedding in September. Like very, very, very specific. And like, I'll get into mine, but mine is more specifically like, I want to be prepared to be in an incubator program and sound professional and no one there know I'm 24 years old. So like that's my exact goal for September, and that's what I'm working on. Is like my daily habits have to be always tied back to like that exact goal. And so the first thing you do is recognize the routine. Like you see like what is actually doing every day that I don't like. Like am I biting my nails? Am I like I don't know oversleeping? Like something like that. Figure out the routine, and then dive back. What happens before that? What makes me go and do that action? And how do I feel when it's done? The reward. Okay, so we're gonna do a little activity and do closing. But you'll have your turn to kick your bad habits in the ass. So I have these like little worksheets, which I said to get a pen. And basically you're just gonna like really like envision your long-term goal and like think about the why. So I forgot to mention the why, but it's like you can't just like want it because you feel like you're supposed to. It has to be something that's like really personal to you, that you really want to achieve this for a specific reason, because that's the only way you'll stay motivated. Yeah. So again, like I'll give mine as an example, a long-term goal. I said I wanted to like come off as professional, that nobody would know my age if I was in an incubator program with people of a variety of ages and experiences. Why? Because I have a strong passion in like entrepreneurship and I get self-conscious about age and experience, and I want to feel extremely confident leaving a remote year to go into a situation like that. Habit, the reminder, I said that, or my routine is what you recognize first. The routine or the habit that's keeping me from it is I interrupt people when I get really excited about something. I have to like take a step back. I did this with LG and Jeff Hudson. We're in a personal development group, and we worked on this like every single Wednesday for like all of Sophia, is like figuring out why you interrupt people. Like, what is it that you get so excited about? Why can't you just shut your mouth, nod your head, and listen to what they have to say? And I'm like, I can't. Like when they're talking the whole time, I'm thinking like, I have something great to contribute to this. Like, let me get it out. So it's like I had to like really go back and figure out like, why am I excited? Well, you're excited because you want to like add to the conversation and let them know you can relate. Well, why do you want to like go back? Why? And I finally figured out that like if I actually just like consciously realize like you're about to interrupt someone, like nod your head and listen to what they say, and then say what you did. So it's like really stupid and like something I should have learned when I was like in 5th grade, but I was learning it now. And it's been like life changing for the last few months because every time I'm like about to interrupt someone, I like sit and I'm like, okay, let's take a breath. Like it's like I literally had teachers that like take a breath, and it sounds so stupid. It's like kind of embarrassing, but now that you guys all know, you can like be accountable if I interrupt you. And that's like why I feel like I'm say like own your habits. Like listen, like I do this. It's annoying. It sucks. I come up obnoxious and annoying. So like tell me I do it so I can become a better person because I want to reach my full potential. And so like look at your goals, look at your why, and figure out like what habits keeping you from doing that. And then find the reminder and the reward and change the routine. So I give everyone a chance to look at your long-term goal, and then you'll have a chance to like share it with a partner. And I also am creating a channel called Accountability Buddies for April. And anybody who has a habit they want to work on, we can all share it together and hold each other accountable. So you can take 5 minutes to fill it out. Only fill out the left side, like only fill out the bad habit. Yeah, accountability buddies. Yeah, okay, so first thing you have to do is say like, what is my long-term goal? Like envision it, like how do I want to feel if you're doing like by the end of a remote year, which I feel like is kind of like a timeline, or you can do whatever, you can do a month. Like how do I want to feel, like what I want to hear, what do I want to, what's it say, smell. Like if you want to like really envision like what your long-term goal is going to be, that's what you should go first. It should be like,
does that have to be a smart goal?
yes, it has to be smart. I'm going to go back to that slide. Where did I digit?
Yeah, great student.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Dad. Cussed. Okay, 1 minute for your long-term goal. That's what our time was. Okay, first your long-term goal. Oh yeah. So like only do your bad habit right now. Don't write the positive yet because we can talk about it. So long-term goal. Why? Like why is this? What's gonna motivate you? It can't just be like something airy. It has to be something personal. Like reminders, like cue, they call it. Yeah. Yeah, it's usually like an eyeliner or something. I think I have a pen.
So your long-term goal is separate from how.
Yeah, no, the long-term goal is like a habit is like a very small thing that you do every day, like bite your nails. Who needs a pen? No, long-term goal is like a big habit. Okay, now if you haven't yet, write your why. Like what motivates you? Why is this important? Why is this meaningful? What's going to make you like actually hold to your habit that you're changing? It can't be flaky. It has to be real and relevant and time-based. It has to be so meaningful that you'll say no to something that's instant gratification.
How is a negative habit different than a routine?
Oh, the negative habit's just like the general thing that you're recognizing, like I interrupt people, and then you can like go specifically. It's the same thing. A routine is the name of the habit. Reminders like the cue, like the trigger. Yeah, like what happens before you do it. What are you like feeling? What are you thinking? Like, is it because you see
Something you're doing right now.
yeah, negative is something you're doing now that's stopping you? Like, what daily habit is keeping you right now from achieving that goal?
That's positive.
Yeah, like, so don't do positive yet. We're only writing negative. Like, what you're doing that's keeping you from
Does it
achieving
have to happen every single day, or could it be?
yeah. Like, how does it, not every day, but every time you're in that situation.
Every time you're in, okay.
Yeah. Oh no, it's such a broad thing. Okay, so once you're writing your positive, your negative habit, put your hand on your head. You're so once you wrote your negative habit, put your hand on your head, please.
The negative habit has to connect to the long-term goal.
Yeah. The negative habit is keeping you from your long-term goals.
Oh.
It's like you're not gonna achieve this because my long-term goal is like lose 10 pounds. So like, and like I keep saying to go to the gym, but like you sound like I'm not gonna go to the gym. Like what would you let me do? Like 7 in the morning, I'm early, but it's like getting great. So my habit now is to get why? Yeah, it's like because it's an athlete. I'm saying athlete. So I'm trying to utilize it. Like 10 p.m. and then we're until 10 p.m. So why don't we So my second. But now I cut back my Okay, so now you're gonna take your reminder and your reward and you're gonna copy and paste them onto the positive side, but you're gonna keep the routine blank. So just keep them. Reminder is gonna be the same, you still got that reward, but you're gonna change the bad routine. Almost done. Doesn't have to be like perfect, like you can reflect on it later. Okay. So as I said, you wrote your reminder, routine, reward, same reminder, new routine, same reward.
Sorry, what's
And we have-
again?
At the actual action.
What's the habit?
You have a habit, same thing, the routine.
The routine is waking up with yes.
What? I'm behind on this.
I'm behind too.
Okay, you're still thinking.
Yeah.
Just for trying.
It's a tough activity.
Okay, now you're gonna turn to your accountability buddy next to you. You're gonna share with them the reminder, the first reminder, routine, reward, and then you're gonna brainstorm together your new routine. And then we're almost done, I promise. Okay, well, don't have a lot of time, so one more minute.
So that's the trick.
Okay, 20 seconds because we're really behind.
It's just not.
Okay, 10 seconds. I'm really sorry. I'm happy to talk about so we're like alright. And a hush fell over the room. Okay, does anyone want to share out loud like a really good example of their routine before and then what they might do to change it? Like including their long-term goal because that's helpful for the big picture. Anyone want to share? Come on, then we can all hold you accountable.
I'll share mine.
Melissa.
Because mine's probably a little different than yours.
Yeah.
So, all right, so, I have this, all you know, I'm married, very happily married, very happy the second time around.
Yeah. Love.
But I have this terrible habit. My husband is much more emotional than me, and much more sensitive than me. So he, huh? More men are. So he gets riled up about these things, and he goes on and on and on and on. So I have this terrible, terrible habit of switching into daydreaming while he's carrying on about these things. And you know this, I do, I'm so terrible at this, I'm horrible. And I'll do all these nonverbal cues, oh, yeah, oh, wow. What did you say? And I have no idea what. So obviously that is very detrimental to me being married in the long run. So what's
your reward? Like when you do that?
I don't have to deal with this trouble. which is an award for me, but a detriment to our relationship. And our relationship is more important than whether or not I'm worried about the dry cleaner losing a shirt. I mean, so I've got to put things in perspective. So what I am going to try to do is really try to be more cognizant of his issues and pay attention. I don't necessarily have to solve his problems. He doesn't look to me to solve them, but I need to participate in him getting through what is troubling him. So that's my particular thing that really got me.
Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
I'm gonna hold you accountable. All right, one more since we're in the sake of time. One more.
Hold on.
Jenna.
Dad has submitted problem solution already.
Dan, do you want to go or not? You can go first. All right, Jenna, go first. Dan, you think about it if you want to go.
Okay, my long-term goal is to be more even-tempered, because I know that I don't always react correctly to situations. And that my negative habit is that I have the tendency to like bottle things up and then I snap at really random moments and it seems to everyone else like, what the fuck, this is like something very small. And to me it's like 7,000 things, but I need to be better about recognizing like the small things. And then the reward is that I feel that I've exposed my frustrations, even though it's completely not okay the way that I've done it. And so I need to be better about exposing my frustrations as they happen, even if I feel like it may hurt someone in the short term, because saying the small thing is much better than like screaming at someone for no reason when it's like the equally small thing, but it now is a big thing for me.
Love that. Thanks for sharing. And anyone else? Okay. Dan, do you want to go or not? Okay. Okay, great. So This is a new channel. It's private. It's going to be called Accountability Buddies. If you'd like to be invited to it, let me know. And basically, the idea is you're going to share like exactly what you're working on, and that way you have like however many people join to really hold you accountable. And I promise you, this works. Like Jeff and Nathan have texted me every single morning, like, when are you publishing this website? You said you were going to publish. And finally this morning, Jeff Hudson was like, if I don't get this website, I'm going to stand next to you until you do it. And I did it today. So it's like really having someone like push you if you can't push yourself until you can push yourself. So join us, keep sharing and talking about it. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm not like an expert, but I am super interested and fascinated in helping like brainstorm ways to change or create a habit. What? Accountability buddies. Like we're accountable and we're buddies. That's all. Thanks for listening. Sorry for the crying. Everybody please stay for town hall so they can come out. Hey, don't leave. Don't go. Stay for town hall.
Is this your?
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
Go say we're not all-
Don't.
Which is all this is.
Don't get up.
Yeah,
Peer
so-
pressure.